Welcome back, everyone. Let's dive into a game that came to the Switch this week, and I gotta say, it truly lives up to its name. This is Driving is Hard. Developed by Elegant Horse Studios, this frustrating game got out on Switch around August 20th and will set you back $10. And yes, you're literally driving a bathtub on wheels, up ludicrously steep, unforgiving terrain. If you've ever been hooked by Getting Over It or any one of those pure rage platformers, you already know what you're getting into here, only this time with a surprisingly sticky bathtub. You play as a guy named Jeff. The controls are super simple. It's super easy to pick up, but brutal to master. The whole thing is physics-based, so one slight miscalculation and you'll find yourself sliding all the way back down to where you started. Your progress will be lost in an instant. It's even in the title and the intro. Falling is a part of it. So, are you ready to rise or surrender? There are 3 difficulty options. Easy Drive, which blessedly gives you checkpoints for a more chill, forgiving journey. Hard Drive, the original pain, or as they say, the true test.
Do you even know what you're trying to prove?
And finally, Driving is Insane, which will make you go nuts. I'm going to assume that mode is designed for people who might be actively trying to harm themselves. Let's talk about the levels, where you'll traverse 7 distinct worlds, each with its own visual theme and challenges, from beaches and mines to snowy mountains and vertical nightmares that seem to mock the laws of physics. Along the way, there are 21 soaps to collect if you're looking for full completionist punishment. As you progress, you can even unlock different bathtub skins to keep things fresh. Underneath all the tumbling, the yelling, and the questionable physics, there's an unexpectedly heartfelt story. Jeff is struggling with self-doubt, and particularly family pressure from his father, so much so that he's trying to find his way in life, literally driving a bathtub up impossible inclines. The narration and dialogue are your constant companions during your descent back to square one. Sometimes motivating, sometimes sarcastic, sometimes just making the agony of falling even sharper. The PC version released back in January of 2025 and was largely met with positive reviews, generally getting around 79 to 82% on Steam. Critics described it as surprisingly fun despite its frustrating nature, with fair controls and the feeling that the fault always lies with you. It's a bit more of an emotional roller coaster than your average meme rage game, thanks to that narrative element. And now it's here on the Switch. This is a game that, due to its nature, is surprisingly suited to portable play, which is either a stroke of genius or a recipe for disaster depending on your temper. I played it both docked and on the go, and the simplistic controls work very well regardless. Make no mistake though, this is still a game that will really test you. So don't forget its name, it's hard. Look, Driving is Hard isn't for everyone. If the thought of losing even a little bit of progress makes you want to hurl the controller, then perhaps this isn't your ideal relaxing evening. But if you, like me, enjoy that morbid, masochistic satisfaction you get from finally conquering a section after 20 failures, and you can appreciate an oddly touching story about self-discovery and finding your own path, even from the depths of a bathtub, then yeah, this game is for you. It's actually short enough that you might actually be able to finish the climb in a few hours if you're determined, or maybe a few days if you're me, and constantly find yourself at the bottom of the map questioning all your life choices. At $10 though, it's definitely worth a grab for fans of the genre. So, plug in your Switch, jump in the tub, and prepare to see how far you can get before gravity reminds you who's really in charge. Just don't come crying to me when you're still at it at 2 AM mumbling about soaps and your daddy issues. And that's all for this one. If you've already picked up Driving is Hard on the Switch, let us know your highest climb or biggest fail in the comments below. I want to live vicariously through your misery. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
To his father, only muscles and physical strength mattered.
Grandpa taught me that you don't always need muscles to solve problems.